Welcome back to Warped Reactions. I'm Reese.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Connor. And joining us today for this little review is Nate Dogg Films. This is Nathan. He's going to be talking about Black Widow with us. So, we haven't talked about this at all.
Yeah, not at all.
We've been quiet out of the theater, had some little chitter-chatter,
Right.
but
It's going to be fresh.
we don't know each other's opinions, so...
What movie are we talking about?
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They actually showed it to us early.
screening.
I just saw
you-
M. Night Shyamalan's Old. By the way.
We actually just got back from The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn.
Oh, yeah.
So I really liked the direction. I really liked how the cinematography looked. I really enjoyed the music. I really liked just how stylistic it felt compared to other Marvel films, especially the opening. I like how they fleshed out Natasha and her story and her family, and we'll get into that in our spoiler section. I really enjoyed Lauren Bouff's music. He did a really great job on Fallout, in my opinion. I
agree too. I didn't notice it as much though until the
towards
the
more into
choir.
it. Yeah, when they started bringing in those Russian overtones into there or undertones, I think that's when the music started getting really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked a lot of the cinematography. I really liked the red room especially. There were shots in the red room that were really cool, and the action scenes were so well done. They did a really good job. It almost felt like it was like Winter Soldier and Civil War.
the choreography was great.
Yeah, it was very, very well done.
Very
Scarlett Johansson, she knocked it out of the park, and I don't want to mess up her name, but Florence Pugh. She did incredible.
Florence Pugh was amazing.
She was probably my favorite.
She was like the standout.
She was
the best.
so good. She totally stole it. David Harbour was incredible. I could not believe how awesome he was as Red Guardian.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah. And then I think maybe the last thing was I really liked a lot of the character stuff, and I really enjoyed what they did and what they, especially the opening and kind of the little twists and stuff they did. There was some really, really interesting stuff that they did there, and I think it really broke the mold of an MCU movie. So.
Even the jump scares. Usually you can kind of tell when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it was really listening to music.
Yeah. You're just like, what just happened?
All right, so what's your rate out of 5? I mean, I thought it was on par with Captain Marvel. That's what I thought it was at. A little bit better. I didn't think it was super amazing. It felt very unique, though. That's what I liked about it. It had its own style.
What I noticed, I think, the most about this is the first Marvel film where I felt like it was starting to break out of the mold of a superhero Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very Mission Impossible-esque to me.
Especially with
the
intro.
The entire opening credits was something completely new. I don't think there's been a single Marvel movie that did it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love when movies open like that. So it started off extremely strong. Flashback sequences were really
Incredible
cool.
Hulk. That's the only other one I could even compare.
Incredible Hulk had a similar opening.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I did not hate it in any way. There's no way I could say I hated it. It was still a very good movie, but there's just so many good MCU movies that I'm in that kind of boat where it's towards the bottom or mid tier in my ranking.
Okay. As a movie in general, I think it was insane. Definitely a masterpiece, not necessarily MCU wise, but the sound effects. Oh my god, you guys know. I literally ducked. The sound effects were insane.
In the theater, he was like,
the CGI and just the explosions and stunts, those were crazy.
Yeah.
It felt real. There wasn't a time where I was like, that doesn't work. I'm agreeing with you in the beginning. It definitely felt different. And I was like, I like the direction this movie is going in, and it definitely felt unique.
Yeah.
But, that's fine.
That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. See you guys later.
So out of 5, Kieran, what would you say?
Out of 5, I'm kind of in the 3.5 area.
That's exactly what I was
That's
saying.
It's not at all bad. It's just like Connor said.
yeah.
When you start comparing it to other ones, it's
For a brief moment, I was like 3. I got mad, and then I was like, I don't know.
I put 3.5. I did
That's
the
what I
exact
did
same
Yeah, that's totally
score.
That's totally reasonable.
But that is I think some people hear that and they think 3.5. That's bad.
And 3.5 isn't
that
like
is like an A- B+ tier for me.
Yeah,
like that
that's-
is still good.
3.5 is A minus.
I'd say
B+ for me.
yeah, and me, yeah, I agree. I'm like in the A-. Like this is not trash. Like this is
Right.
not. I'd watch it again. Like
Oh,
I
yeah, I
would
wanna
totally watch it.
I
again.
actually was thinking like I want to watch this again like soon.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
just,
want
like,
to have to wait as long.
It was
as,
a really cool like, and it was also just going by so quick. Like you want to kind of
Yeah, it was the end of the movie. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Hey, you're kind of just spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! Oh, don't bring that back.
Spoiler alert!
I don't want to say it. Taskmaster. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, I thought it was kind of unique, and then I remembered they did this unmasking thing in Winter Soldier. They did this whole like they've done this same.
Well, I was
trope.
excited. I was like, "Oh, he might be like one of my favorite villains." If you can like,
I know,
Yeah,
and
but
then-
he was like not even in it.
Yeah.
He
He
wasn't
could have
even
not been in the
Masters.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't even Masters.
No.
He
No.
wasn't even. He wasn't even like
was
the
just
actual
Task
guy.
And he was like a pawn. He
the
wasn't
fight-
even like a main.
The fight against Red Guardian
Was stupid.
They were like
Bro.
cutting in, showing 2 punches, and cutting
Yeah,
away.
right.
It was like,
yeah.
I was expecting like a full on like.
I saw the Black Panther
Brawl.
call. Oh, this is gonna be
Yeah,
dope.
this is
And
gonna be
then
awesome.
like cuts. I was
Yeah.
It's
like,
like
okay.
it's like what do you?
And
If
what
you
did
looked at me at all, like there's parts where I was just like,
yeah.
I got mad.
I saw your hand go up like,
Yes,
like a few
yes,
times.
I was mad.
I saw Reese when the unmasking happened. He looked like he just died.
I was just
Yeah.
like,
oh, because it's a stupid reveal.
Yeah,
They act like it's like,
oh,
it's a woman, it's his daughter.
Okay, here's the thing. I kind of anticipated a gender swap just
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
Taskmaster
Oh, of
doesn't need to
course.
be a guy.
Right.
But the person they chose made it was
Yeah.
just random.
yeah.
We had no connection.
And I like the
whatsoever.
comedy in the movie, but that shouldn't be like your favorite part about the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
To
also,
me, that was like my favorite
this
part.
is gonna be
Yeah,
so
true.
out of left field. But as soon as Russian Mac from
Oh yeah,
Crystal
what's
Skull,
his name?
which I gotta talk about that after
What's
this.
his name though?
I have no idea what the actor's name
No,
is.
I should know this.
What are we
It's-
talking about?
We're talking about the bad guy. But I was gonna say, the
Mhm.
scene where he's explaining because of you, you gave me my best weapon ever. I thought it was gonna be a clone of Natasha. I have no idea why, but as
I
soon
kind of
as he,
did too.
as soon as he said, "Because of you, I now have my greatest weapon ever," and I thought it was gonna be like Natasha.
No, I did too because they took the
Yeah.
mask off and it was just like the back of her head. and
Exactly.
It
I
looked
was
like
like-
Natasha.
Why it was a clone of Natasha? And I'm not saying that would have been better, but it at least would have been more interesting.
No,
to
it would
me.
have been better.
It would have been
Would have
way
been
more
better.
interesting to have seen like what?
That's honestly the biggest issue with the film I had. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like there was no huge real explanation. Like, usually in like these films, there's a build up to like the conflict and the main like Thanos. The whole series is about him, and
Yeah.
like Winter Soldier, you saw how it built up. I felt like it was just like,
Yeah, I
oh,
feel like
this
there
is
was no
this,
build-up.
and now this is why it's here.
Well,
I'm
because
like,
you're going
how
from-
did this get here? No
Yeah.
one knew
You're
about
going
it.
from
Oh yeah, the
It
floating
was
thing
dumb.
in the sky.
You're going
like
from
it. I got
Norway
mad
to
about that.
Morocco to
You're just going
back to
everywhere.
Russia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then you're
Literally.
going from Russia. Then you're going into the Sky Fortress, which
Yeah.
is the Red Room. Then
Yeah.
you're going to like, it's just
I
like
literally was thinking,
Whoa.
this movie should be called Black Widow World Tour.
Yeah.
because it was literally
it
just
would like
just
change like every 5 seconds. It was like and
Yeah, and I felt like it
people
was too
complain about
much.
Civil War.
Yeah,
Really,
Yeah, they said they had too many locations in that.
the
They were
stuff.
like,
but they made sense.
yeah, they
the
all made
locations
sense.
in this were cool though.
Yeah.
I'll give
Oh
them
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They,
it was.
they were all
Yeah.
The avalanche.
Oh, no,
scene.
absolutely.
Yeah, that was nice.
But it was also, I feel like, too much of a happy ending. Like,
Yes.
there were so many times
Yeah,
I'm like, how
I
did
have-
the debris not just destroy
I have
her head? And then at the
yeah.
end, they're all like hugging. I'm like,
There are so many
"Eh,
like
I don't know."
Fast and Furious moments
Yeah.
where I'm like, they'd
Yeah.
be dead.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd
That's-
be dead
That's
so
literally
much.
that was my
Yeah.
one thing I want
Yeah.
to talk about spoilers. When like Nat gets exploded in the car in the beginning, I'm sitting there like she
How is she
should be
alive?
dead.
She'd be
And then there's parts where they get like thrown out of a window, land and
Yeah.
hit their back, and they're
Yeah.
like, "I'm fine."
Okay, when she gets thrown out of they're in like Budapest or something. She gets thrown out the window and she's like bouncing between the vents and
Yeah.
just lands on her
Yeah.
feet. I was
Yeah,
like, what
it
the
was-
heck was
I
that?
know.
Yeah.
They were like
crazy.
They had armor. They had
Yeah.
plot armor
Yeah.
the entire movie.
It's funny because I'm always like defending the Marvel movies with my aunt because she's like, no, they'd be dead, and like you know how Captain America falls in Endgame.
Well,
I'm
but
like,
he's a
no,
super
it's-
soldier.
right? In this movie, I'm like,
That's just a
I
girl.
can't, like, no, they should be dead.
Like Red Guardian makes sense because he's a super
Yeah.
soldier.
Yeah.
And Marlene was like on the parachute, and
Yeah.
then she was
Yeah.
below the debris, and then all of a sudden, just like all of it like went around her. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's
Yeah.
no
I
way.
know.
And then I think
Even them landing
yeah.
on the debris and fighting on that, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
oh, this is starting
wouldn't it
to...
kind of be just falling apart? Like it would just
Yeah,
be brittle. Like
I don't
yeah,
think they would
bust
be
your-
able to fight.
Well, they'd
on
hit the
it, no.
debris and just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think my most disappointing thing, the villain was just so boring. He
Yeah.
was so generic, and he was just so like over the top.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to figure out is his name Ray Winstone?
I don't remember. The whole time I wanted to
I don't
just
have a
say.
phone. Someone look him up.
The whole time I wanted to say Mac is now a double agent.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say that
Yeah,
because it was
I,
like
I should know his
Mac.
name. He's in a lot of
As
movies.
soon as he showed up, I whispered to Kieran, I was like, it's Mac.
I know, and I looked at him, and I was like,
Yeah. So it's
I couldn't
Ray
believe that.
Winstone. That's his name.
yeah, he's a
And
great
so-
actor, but like,
And again, I agree with you guys. I'm like, it was so unique, and it didn't really feel like a Marvel movie at first, and it kind
Yeah.
of broke off. But
Yeah.
to me, that's what I like about the movies. Like
Mhm.
they're
Yeah.
all connected. I
Yeah.
feel like this movie doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can skip it.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
What I wanted out of this a little more was an eeriness where, so I kind of liked the happy ending because we know what happens next,
Mhm.
because we know this
True.
isn't happy for long.
True.
But I did want more, but to it, like I don't know, I wanted like, what if they said something like they were gonna get back together in 5 years or whatever, and then
Yeah.
Natasha, they have this reunion at the end, and Natasha's gone,
Exactly.
like she's died.
And like we were
Since
talking
like
about Reese,
something like
like,
that.
oh, Captain America came out. I would have loved that. I would
Yeah,
have
I
like,
thought
okay,
that
this
was gonna
perfectly goes into Infinity War.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it didn't do any of that. It's just
No.
like, oh, here's the Quinjet.
Also,
It's like, how did this
Okay.
guy get a Quinjet?
Yeah, exactly.
Breaks
that
into
Avengers
Avengers
scene was so pointless.
Yeah.
Like you didn't
No.
need to see that.
Yeah.
it was cool. Okay,
Yeah, it was
pause.
cool.
Pause that. I want to
Okay.
go back to
Oh,
the
no,
guy,
go. Yeah.
OT Flag Beanie's character,
Right.
whatever his
It
name
was
is.
just like, get me stuff guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be Taskmaster.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be
so
Taskmaster.
was his entire character there
Just
just to throw
pointless.
people off, and then
No, it's just it's like in the video game, the like vendor
It's
you
like
go
the
to get
NPC.
stuff.
yeah.
This is what I'm
Like, why
saying.
is
Like
he
I
there?
feel like not the whole movie was kind of like didn't have an impact. Some
Yeah.
parts were just pointless.
Yeah.
The-
No, I get that.
And I give them props for what they did because they're restricted to this little sliver of time
Yeah.
that was left
True.
open for her to
2
have
years.
her solo movie.
Well, that's what I thought it was gonna be like a prequel. I thought it was gonna be before everything. It was gonna
Yeah.
show like her whole build up to like her visions and what was it, Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, that's gonna be cool. I'd like see all that, but like when I heard it was about like right after Civil War, I was like, I don't know now.
I know.
I-
It's such a
Doesn't
weird.
interest me
I think
anymore.
we would have loved this movie if it came out back right
Yeah.
after Civil War came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah,
totally
oh, yeah.
agree.
It would
Yeah,
be
it
a
would've been
whole
better.
different experience.
Because this
It's
would've-
too. It's
yeah.
late. That's
It's too
all it
late.
is. It's
Yeah.
late. We would have, and it would have made.
It would have.
It would have made Natasha's death even sadder in Endgame
Yeah.
if we had this movie.
Okay, but where
to
Right.
was
have a little more?
where was Red Guardian and the other Yelena in Endgame when all the portals are open and
I'm-
stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking they didn't know about them.
Yeah, and
Natasha's not there.
Taskmaster's with them too, I guess.
Natasha's not there to talk to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a whole group of widows now
Yeah.
who are good
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
It's
And Black Widow wasn't like, "Hey, Thanos."
they
is
made
here,
it
we
sound
need some
like
help."
they made it sound like it was such a worldwide problem, and like
Yeah.
really in the real timeline, sacred time, it doesn't really matter. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got to
No,
go
you're
around the
right.
world and help out all these other widows, but we're never gonna see what happens. It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
anyway. It's like, well, next.
That's why I kind of would have preferred like Red Guardian and her mom to die.
Actually, it was funny. I was
Something
thinking
like
I
when
wanted
Natasha
Red
started
Guardian to
fighting
die.
them. I'm like, if she beats all their asses, I'm leaving. Like, I was so mad. I was like, there's no way she's gonna beat all these people that are equally trained as her.
Yeah.
Almost.
yeah.
And then she did it. I was like, yes, no, but yes.
Yeah.
So before we go to the post credits, I want to defend the villain for a second.
Okay.
So Ray Winstone in the movie, he plays the guy who creates the red
Widows.
the red
The
room,
widows,
the widow
the
program.
Yeah.
It's very on the nose, but you can tell what this is. This is more than a superhero villain type thing.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
supposed to be like a
He's supposed to be like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
He's
No.
supposed to be the creep in the
Yeah.
industry.
That's what
And I
I
applaud for that, and I actually
They-
thought that was a
they
great
hit it-
aspect.
They
Yes.
hit it pretty well, and because of that, I thought he was believable
Mhm.
as a villain.
Yeah.
I agree
boring,
with that.
boring, but
That's what brought
We've
my
seen-
review back up.
yeah.
actually.
Well, that's my
Started
favorite.
talking.
We
That's my
literally
favorite scene in the
seen
whole
this
movie.
guy.
That's my favorite scene in the whole movie. Like that's literally my favorite
Yeah.
scene in the whole film.
That's literally what brought it up back to
Yeah.
Because it made such a statement, even though it didn't really.
It-
I mean, it wasn't. It was
is-
loud,
it's
but
on
it
the
wasn't.
nose, but it's
yeah.
not. It,
Yeah,
it
I was talking
needs to
about
be.
Wait, what?
staying in the
What?
shadows. Like that's
Yeah.
totally realistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
You know when he grabs Black Widow's like head, or you think it's still his mom?
Mhm.
Oh
How
yeah.
did he not just pull the wig off?
Did she have a wig?
Yeah,
yeah,
she had
'cause
a
she took
wig
it off
on.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was
that's
been
right.
like, wait, what?
that
Yeah,
that part was
I guess so.
confusing.
Yeah.
I was like, if they don't explain this, I swear to God, and then they did.
I don't want to say it.
Before we get to the post
They were
I-
foreshadowing the face swap the entire movie. Well, not movie,
Yeah.
but
You see the
like,
mask.
Yeah,
thing.
the masks were in the background like
Oh,
10
I didn't
times.
It's also in Winter
Yeah.
Soldier.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say one thing. It's very weird. I don't know if anybody caught it. What was up with Ross's voice in the beginning?
Oh,
did,
he's like sick. He's like dying or something. I
Did-
thought we were gonna.
did everybody hear that? Like he sounded so weird. Like
He
nasally.
sounded normal.
No, I think General
Oh.
Ross is like dying, and I thought they were gonna go more into that and like why he needed the serum or something, but they didn't, and he's not in Endgame.
Like he needed what serum?
Not sorry. I thought
You mean the red
vials.
thing? You thought the
Yeah,
red vial? I
vials.
get what you're
Red
saying.
Hulk.
But like they said, he had like a triple heart, whatever triple bypass. Yeah, a second one.
Yeah.
So they keep like hinting that General Ross is like,
But then in Endgame, he's just
dying.
like standing there at
But-
the funeral.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then he's okay. So
He's
I don't.
good in Infinity War too.
I thought this was the movie that was gonna like set him up to be like Red Hulk in the future or something.
wish.
Because he's like they're acting like he's dying,
Why
but
do
then
they
we
keep
know
wasting
True.
William Hurt?
we know in 6 years in the continuity of
He's
6
alive.
years he's alive and okay.
Yeah.
Or he got snapped.
So I don't know what they're doing with
I
him.
have no idea.
I have no clue.
Hulk stuff is up in the air because they just are not allowed to do as much.
Well,
but Red
it's-
Hulk should be
Also,
allowed.
I know this is very off topic, but in Endgame in the funeral, there's like just a boy standing there. Who the hell was that? I just
Oh,
realized it was the
the
dude
kid
from
in
Iron
Iron
Man
Man
3.
3.
I
Yeah.
was going through Instagram and I was like, that's who
That's
that
how
is.
Tyson
He was
gets.
there.
It's like what?
I was like, this is random kids.
Iron Man.
Was anyone else underwhelmed by Red Guardian?
Oh, absolutely.
I was insanely underwhelmed.
I was ready. I
He
was like,
just
oh, we're gonna see some super strength.
Yeah, he's gonna be like this. I thought he was gonna be this like badass dude.
Yeah, I did.
But he's just like the funny guy.
He's a
Yeah,
loser.
he's-
Yeah.
Like
he's a
he's
big
truly
loser.
like nothing.
The
Yeah.
beginning, he was so cool. Like flipped the
Yeah,
he
yeah,
jumped
I
on
know.
the jet and was just
Yeah.
hanging on. That
Yeah.
was so cool.
I don't know if that's the effects of prison that they're showing or if they're trying to show that Steve truly is the only one who worked because of his personality.
Which that would make sense.
Which
That would-
I think
but
that
if
would make
it's
sense.
if
Like-
it is that,
because there's if they had all these other super soldiers running around, why aren't they as popular? It's because
But
they're
even
not
Bucky
Steve.
did like cool
I agree.
stuff.
Yeah,
but they didn't
True.
explain that or do that.
John
they-
Walker was
like-
able to do cool stuff.
Isaiah, his name was right.
Yeah.
Bradley. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that perfectly. I was, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why like he wasn't as, but like Red Guardian, I feel like
He-
you're just like,
he
oh, it
was
was
just
just a
getting
Russian
beat
one,
by
so it
everyone.
doesn't make sense.
He was
Yeah.
literally get beat by everyone. Taskmaster kicked him across the room when Taskmaster doesn't
Yeah.
have super strength.
I was gonna say
That's true.
David Harbour's character in this gets like barely any resolution. Like he keeps
Yeah.
trying to apologize, and then they keep doing this long bit of like, "Oh, your walkie's not in." It was funny the first time, and then when he actually wanted to do it again,
he does it.
he does it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just mess it up again.
Yeah.
Like he didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you could have taken.
I thought the
advantage
perfect
of it.
resolution, which is exactly what I thought was going to happen, is he was going to die like saving Yelena and Natasha.
Yeah, that would have
It
been
would have made
Because
more
Yeah, I
sense.
feel
when,
like-
when him and Yelena were singing in the singing
Oh,
whatever
in the
song,
house,
Barrel
yeah.
of Fire, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, well, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
surprised she didn't die. By the way, Elena. I thought she was gonna wear that
No,
vest.
she is the future of the Black Widow.
So you
character.
think she'll
It's just
probably
cool.
become the current Black Widow and carry it on?
Yeah.
I like how we spent like 2 minutes talking about the good and then like 15 minutes about the
Yeah,
bad.
it's
We need to bring
not-
the review down.
It's not that like the bad outweighs the good. It's just like I didn't think Taskmaster was going to be that good, to be honest with you. I never had a ton of hope for it because
Me too.
he had no like
She.
Well, you can already tell.
Shut up.
I know, right? You can already tell if a movie's gonna be good by like the hype. I feel like,
Yeah.
like all Avengers movies are always like
Yeah.
the hype, like
Yeah.
Infinity War, Endgame.
I
They're
feel like
good.
this one was like the hype, and then we waited a
Yeah.
year. It's just
Yeah.
Post credits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The first one I understood
was
the
only one.
There was
point.
only one.
Did you see something we didn't?
I
Stayed
thought
in
that
the
was a
theater.
separate thing. Oh, there was only one.
Yeah.
I see.
He's standing.
So, all right. So the post-credit scene, I really like what they're setting up with that. I really do enjoy like that idea of like, oh yeah, so she's gonna be after Hawkeye. I think that's really cool.
She's probably gonna be in
But-
Hawkeye.
I think that confirms she's in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
My guess. And there'll maybe be a Yelena Kate
Okay.
Bishop
This
fight
is-
or something.
This is my criticism. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm like just completely out of the loop with this character. I know they're not revealing her yet, but Julie Louis-Dreyfus's character is just so confusing to me. But I know it's probably intentional. But it's also frustrating me.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
I agree.
Because I keep seeing
Because
her,
they're
and I'm like, what are you setting up? Like,
Yeah.
what are you actually
Well,
setting
that's
up?
what we were saying. We're like, what are her intentions?
I feel like it's
Yeah.
Dark Avengers.
but it, yeah, like
Makes
your
sense.
dad said, if
Thunderbolts?
that's true.
Maybe?
I mean, we have Cap with U.S. Agent. Now we have Black Widow with Yelena.
Yeah. I just don't know.
I feel like
Hulk
I
with
agree though. I feel
Abomination.
Yeah,
like
Hulk with Abomination.
they're not
Shang-Chi.
giving it enough attention.
No,
It's kind of
they're
like, does
not.
this matter or not?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were doing with the Infinity Stones.
Oh yeah.
They
I remember.
the end
That's
credits
true.
of they were very
True.
minor the first 10 movies.
What if the end
Yeah, but
credits of
they're
Shang-
also very more like mysterious. Like, oh, this has huge power, but why aren't we
Yeah.
talking about it? Rather than this, it's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean?
Like, what if the end credits of
I
Shang-Chi
have a
is her showing up to Abomination?
Exactly.
And then, yeah,
they have
and
the
then-
Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, then that.
I guess maybe it's just
Maybe
too
she's
early.
the Nick Fury of the Dark Event.
This
Maybe that's
true.
What
True.
both this movie and this post credits proves to me is something that Kevin Feige said I don't know when. I remember him saying it was that the MCU has so much going on that they're having to branch it out into different categories. So this movie and Falcon and Winter Soldier and the end credits and Hawkeye, this is all the Earth. This is the government,
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
America branch,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
effects of Cap and all of that, and the politics and stuff like that.
Shield.
But then we have Loki, which we're also in the middle of right now, so it's kind of confusing our brains because it's a whole different
I
aspect of
totally
the
forgot that's
MCU.
ending this next week.
This is why I love Loki
So then,
much.
so then we have Loki, which is the cosmic sci-fi, like multiverse stuff,
Creation.
Which
Time
is
traveling
like Doctor
stuff,
Strange, and
which is
Spider-Man
where
and
Doctor
stuff.
Strange and maybe I think Spider-Man dips its toes in both.
Totally.
though.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
He's the one who's like kind of fluid between them.
Swinging them together.
Yeah.
Fluid between.
But yeah, WandaVision also is
Yeah,
connected to Loki.
WandaVision is I would say it's more connected to Loki. So like
But it's also that shows more.
if this movie was released at the end or like the week after Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think we would have been freaking out way more about this post credit scene.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that the introduction to her character kind of went to the back of our minds because Loki's right in front of our face
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Well, Loki is just so much better.
Yeah, like, what
it
is
is.
I
It's
know.
insane.
I know. Loki is crazy. good.
Like it's a show where like anybody can watch it. Like even if you're not a Marvel
No,
fan.
you can jump
Yeah.
right in
Like-
anytime.
True.
My mom is going crazy over it 'cause it's about like creation in general, and I know that's a whole different topic, but still, that's the one thing about like Marvel movies I've loved because anybody can watch them.
Yeah,
and enjoy them.
absolutely. Yeah.
Black Widow, I don't know, kind of have to. I guess you don't have to know. But
It's their spy thriller movie. It's Mission
Yeah.
Impossible in the MCU.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. about it.
It was definitely really good, and I definitely enjoyed it. I just the little things lowered it a little for me,
Yeah.
and that was really
Good movie. Starts off with a darker tone.
I feel like it
goes
was
to
just,
the Marvel formula, and then it makes it. I don't even know if it makes its landing.
kind of.
I
I
honestly, I think the weakest part of the movie is the ending.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Because it's just this big like
It should be the best
battle with
part.
no stakes,
And they also don't know what to do.
And then
Yeah.
singing
That you can
Kumbaya
tell
at
they
the
didn't-
end.
Yeah.
Well, even when they showed the huge army and they're all marching in the halls, and then we only saw like 10 guards. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I was just like, that army's just a waste.
And then they're just like flying through the sky for
Yeah.
the battle.
Yeah.
Still shooting, apparently. I'm
And
like,
then
wouldn't
Red
you
Guardian
worry
shows
about
back up,
living?
he's like, oh, hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't even show him taking the
I
shield.
think the ending is the
You
the
don't
weakest
see him
part.
with the shield ever.
No, he's
His
running
shield.
with it, and then he
No, with
throws
his
it.
own shield.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have his own shield at all.
Red
Red
Guardian.
Guardian.
doesn't. They also name drop Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah, they
Which
did.
is cool.
That made me laugh, and then it also made me go, "Oh come on, you guys are."
They better use him.
He better be in
He's
Armor
he's
Wars
like
after
the
that
Russian-
disappointment of a fluke in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
I hated that.
I don't know.
And
This
they-
is one of those
Red
things-
Guardian kept bringing up like Cap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was he just lying? Because he clearly has never met him.
No, he was lying.
Yeah.
They call. I mean,
Yeah, they called
also
him out.
Ursa Major, who's a bear in the comics, was just a big guy in prison in this.
yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
That
he
he
kept
kept
calling
the big
him
guy
bear.
who broke his arm.
Oh,
yeah. He kept
That's
calling him
Ursa
bear.
Major.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh, that was disgusting.
See, yeah,
when he
that's
broke his arm.
annoying. It's not doing justice.
I think I think this is one of those movies that's gonna be like Age of Ultron for me,
Mhm.
where, yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it, but we're gonna see more content slowly picking stuff out from this movie and expanding on it, and I'm gonna like it a lot more.
I
Because
agree.
that's what WandaVision did to Age of Ultron for me.
I really liked Age of Ultron before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
still liked
didn't like as much as a lot of people did.
Upon a rewatch,
See, but I also like Dark World better than most people
Yeah.
too.
you know what? I'll commend you for liking that movie. I can't. I can't. Malekith is the worst villain I've ever seen. I can't. Anyway.
Better than Taskmaster.
Yeah. Taskmaster would probably be like under Yellow Jacket, honestly. Maybe a little higher. I don't know.
Like Taskmaster.
I like Darren Cross. I actually like Darren Cross a lot
Yeah.
more.
Taskmaster. So, was Taskmaster's abilities powers or the
It was a
suit?
camera. It was just.
It was a suit. It's kind of like
So
Iron Man.
wasn't
when he
even
was
like a
fighting
like
Thanos.
So the
a
suit. So we could get another Taskmaster.
It's just like Ghost, where all of a sudden it's just like, well, she's off with other people. We don't know where
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
You know what this is like? This is exactly like Crossbones. Like, this is almost the exact same way. No, I mean the exact
How
way
you
I
just threw him
felt.
away.
How he just
But no.
But they're not
We
dead.
got a whole movie with Crossbones and Winter Soldier.
That is true.
True.
I know. I can't deny that.
Without them really saying it though.
Yeah.
Man, Taskmaster just.
Just-
They,
Masters.
they don't know
I
how
feel
to
like the
handle
main.
these. They don't know how to handle the just like normal on foot villains
Yeah.
like tactical.
Except for Spider-Man, because they
It's just
kill
like
it
either
every
they
time.
suck or they kill them.
Oh, Mysterio's not.
No, I'm talking about like the
Oh.
weaponized
Just the guys.
villains.
Like this whole review, it kind of sounds like we're just shitting on the movie.
We're not
But
though.
I think the word to describe it is underwhelming.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at any of the stuff. I was just underwhelmed.
Just
They
I
all-
was just more disappointed.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I wasn't like I'm never watching this again.
I was
But,
like, this sucks. We're going
but if I were looking at this over
Ran out of
like
the theater.
Winter Soldier, I'm gonna pick.
No,
yeah,
Winter
Winter Soldier.
Well, obviously, but like you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a movie where
I
I'm like, you want to watch Black Widow tonight?
I choose this over
Captain Marvel. Yeah, I would too.
I actually like that movie.
I do.
I like
I do-
Captain
well, I
Marvel.
like
I
it
just
too.
I like this better than Captain.
Captain Marvel's really fun. I don't get why.
But I also
people-
didn't like. She was also like a new character. So
Yeah.
like, they could have done anything with her. With Black Widow, she's been in all the movies.
Thank you guys so much for watching this review of Black Widow. Once again, I'm gonna ask you to like the video if you liked it, and if you absolutely hate us, you can dislike it. Go ahead. Also, leave your comments. Maybe you had different theories or thoughts about Black Widow. We want to hear them. We'll reply to you. We'd like to see all of that type of info you guys can give us. And then on top of that, we're inching closer to 500 subs. And I say this every video. At 500 subs, releasing a giant blooper reel because these videos take us like 2.5 hours to make. They end up being 20 minutes. So there's a lot of funny and stupid content that we want to show to you guys and actually give some use to. So help us get to 500 subs. We're at like 415 right now. Help us out with that. Thanks for watching.
I'm Connor. I'm Reese.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Nathan.
See ya.